Hello, guys. How we doing? Welcome back to the West Ham World. It's Luke here. I'm sure we're all still feeling it from the last two games against Sunderland and Chelsea. I know I am. Even watching football the weekend after that, I couldn't enjoy it. I never enjoy watching Arsenal win, and I just wasn't enjoying football because it's been taken away from me as a West Ham fan at the minute. The enjoyment. Um, we desperately just need a win or something just to give us some energy. And I know there's greater things that need to be solved with this football club, and it doesn't solve anything. Just getting a win or anything doesn't solve anything. There's a huge problem at our club at the minute. Manager, board, everything. And it's so great to see that petition that's being run at the minute hit 10k yesterday, which is fantastic. I'm a big supporter of it. But yeah, in terms of football, just for ourselves, we need to remember what it's like to win again. I know it's the League Cup, and we'll probably, even if we did win, we'll probably go and draw out a City or a Liverpool or something like that, as we always do. Like last season, it was on that was it last season or the season before? We had a massive high of a really good result, and then we pulled out Liverpool, didn't we? And it was just like, what was the point? After such a great result, you think, what's the point? Like, West Ham ever going to get like a nice, favourable run in this competition to maybe get to a semi-final or something like that? A cup run can provide a distraction as well, but I know the league is so important. We have to start this year. I know I keep saying that I think we're going to go down, and that's my individual opinion. But that doesn't mean it needs to be that way. It needs to stop. I'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. But anyway, let's go into the game. This is our 76th meeting with Wolves. We've never, ever met in the League Cup, believe it or not. All those years of being a football club together, we've never met in the League Cup. We met in the FA Cup 3 times. And those 3 times, West Ham have won all the times, every time we've beaten. Well back. early days to, I think the most recent was about 2008, something like that. I could be wrong with the dates. I didn't write the dates down when I was making my notes. We did lose there low last season. We lost 1-0. We were pretty poor in that game, but we did beat them the season before. So it's not a club that we have a terrible bogey record against or anything like that. It's just they win one, we win one. We might win 2 in a row, they might win 3 in a row. But it's not like, remember the grounds like Goodison where we never used to win there, Anfield where we never ever win there. It's not a bad hunting ground for us, but this is the battle of, in my opinion at the moment, the 2 worst teams in the Premier League. They've played, in fairness, 2 better teams than what we've probably played. We've played Sunderland and Chelsea. Chelsea, a great team. Sunderland, high on getting promoted. They've played City and lost 4-0 to them. And they've played Bournemouth, who I really like. I like the way they play, fast, attacking, energetic. Reminds me of old West Ham when I watch Bournemouth. They've not scored a goal yet. Cue West Ham to come in, as always. Yeah, in terms of strengths, they're quite good at aerial duels, stealing back the ball. Weaknesses is keeping possession, finishing, defending wing play. We haven't got wingers, so they'll be fine there. Individual errors, they make quite a lot of individual errors. Defending the long ball and defending the through ball. We don't do either end, do we? So they should be all right. In terms of style of play, they attack down the right wing quite a lot. They play the long ball, crossing, put loads of balls in, loads of width and aggressive. They did lose some massive players in the summer though. Nouri to Man City, and obviously Cunha, who went to Man United. He looks really good for them, doesn't he? I know they're never going to be quite the finished package yet, but he looks like a shining star for them. They brought in Larson as a centre forward and Lopez at right wing. One of my favourite players for them is Gomez, who plays in the midfield. He tore us a new one last year, didn't he, if I remember? Really, physical, dominant midfielder. They usually played a 3-4-3. But like I say, they have lost some big players, big players. They're in a pretty similar situation to us in terms of they've lost big players. They've not invested massively. I talk to a Wolves fan quite a lot regularly. He goes to my working man's club, play pool with him on a Friday. He says, I think West Ham and Wolves probably could go down this year. And I said to him, I agree, mate. I said, Wolves I picked out before the season started as like one of those clubs to watch to go down. And then after seeing West Ham 2 games, you think we could be in them, and maybe 2 of them promoted clubs could start this year, which I hope not. For us, like I say, we need a win. I think we should have a change formation. I think play the strongest lineup we can. This is what I would play. I don't think Potter would play it, but this is what I would play. I'd put Areola in goal. Take the Madison out of the firing line. And if Areola has a really good game against Wolves, you can maybe put him in against Forest. Wan-Bissaka as right back, not right wing back. I'm playing a 4 at the back with Mavropanos and a Gerd at centre back. Ollie Skiles, I'll put in at left back. Again, just give Juve a rest. Let Ollie Skiles have a game. Got to play Potts, centre midfield. Paquetá has to play because he's the only spark of creativity, and obviously he got that goal the other day. Could be his last game for West Ham, but if you believe the rumours. And there is no one else. Like Souček, he was awful. And he's going to play Ward-Prowse, so that's why I've put him in. I wouldn't personally, but I've put him in because I know he will play. Then I'm going up front to 3. Bowen back on the right wing in his natural position. Wilson, I'm starting up front. And on the left wing, bit of a curveball, I would put Kyle Walker-Peters in there. I thought when he come on, he looked okay. He looks energetic. And this would be a good game to have a proper look at him in a different position to try him out. On the bench, I want to see Marshall, and hopefully we get ourselves into some sort of position where we can bring him on. I want to see Fearon on the bench as well. Again, if we get into a decent enough position, I want to see him come on and show us something. And obviously Alford as well, I would have on the bench as well. In terms of Fearon as well, I don't know whether you guys did watch a bit of the Arsenal. I didn't watch much of it because I hate watching Arsenal. But when that young lad come on, 15 years old, absolutely taking a mick out of players, won them the penalty as well. And he's a fan, obviously, of Arsenal. I don't know whether Fearon's an Arsenal fan. I think he's a Man United fan. But it's just the energy, the youth, the excitement that it gives us as fans to see these. You know, if we're not going to play well or we're not going to win games, at least we can get excited maybe for, there's a new top player coming through and who gets us on the edge of our seats, like when Revel Morrison, like Joe Cole back in the day, when Joey used to get the ball back in the day and run at people. Yeah, we need something. We need a lift as a fan base. And like I say, I know some people will say for the greater good, it will be better to lose the 2 games and probably Potter will be gone then. But we still need to win games, and winning comes as a habit. You know, you get back into a pattern of winning and the mentality, and one win can spark a little bit of a run, which we need, because Forest is a tough game. It's a tough game. They're going to really overpower us. The midfielders they're bringing in, it looks like they're going to bring in the Monaco guy that we wanted. So just to win for some positivity and get through the cup. We're not going to do anything in the league this year. At least try and get through, Graham. Who knows? He may go full strength, or he may go really against the grain and try something completely different and bring a few kids in. I don't know, guys. Anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm not going through the comments today because this is just a preview, but I will do a show probably tomorrow at some point. Not tomorrow, so Wednesday after the game, and talk about what's been going on. Hopefully we sign some bloody players, and God forbid Paquetá walks out that door. Come you eyes, let's go.